When you became a family caregiver, you did not intend to say hurtful things to your family member, but sometimes things just slip out of our mouths, me too. But if you are saying any of these hurtful things, well, I'm going to help you change your ways. Hi there, I'm Sophia. Welcome to another video. If you want to be a more satisfied, more successful, and more informed family caregiver, then go ahead and start now by subscribing to this channel. I know being a family caregiver is so hard, and sometimes unintentional mean things come out of our mouth. Mine too, I'm no exception to the rule. But when the words come out of our mouth, the feeling for our family member outlasts the sound of our words in the air. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have these thoughts, because honestly, we all have these thoughts from time to time. It's when they actually come out that they are hurtful. So I really wanted to help you today to try to give the same idea and emotions out without the really hurtful words. So let's start. One of the hurtful things that you might say is, "I want my life back. You stole my life." And boy, you know, that might put a lot of guilt on your family member for what they're burdening you with. And yes, you do have a burden. And yes, your life has changed so much. And maybe a better way to say what you're feeling is, you know, taking care of you has impacted me so much. I've made a lot of changes in my life, and I'm really struggling with those changes. I could use some help. I'd like it if we could talk about some changes so that I'm not so overwhelmed and feel like I don't have a part of me left. I think your family member would hear that so much better, and it wouldn't be so hurtful for them. Another thing that might be said that's hurtful is, "I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to do this anymore." Again, that's just really going to hurt your family member and affect your relationship with them. Instead, you could say, you know, "I am trying this caregiver, relationship, and it's not working for me. I think it would be better for both of us if I were able to go and, pursue my work or get some help here, or if we look at some other alternatives for making sure you get the help that you need and that you're safe." That sounds so much better to them and comes across as caring, and while at the same time you're telling them that this is not working out for you. Another thing that could be hurtful is to say to your parent, "I have already told you that 100 times. Well, obviously, if you said it 100 times, your family member doesn't remember. And don't forget that if your family member has dementia and memory loss, it is not their fault that they don't remember that you've told them that 99 times already. I know it's hard, but really try every single time you have to repeat yourself to say it as if it's the very first time you've ever said it, because they have no recollection. And if you're just yelling at them or scolding them that you've already told them that 100 times, it just makes them feel like you're mad at them. And you're not really mad at them. You're frustrated, absolutely. But try to remember that it is the first time that they've heard that answer from you. Another thing that sometimes could be hurtful is, some of our parents, they complain about their health and their aches and their pains, including my dad. But one of the things that could be hurtful is to say, "All you do is complain about your health all day long. I'm tired of hearing about it." And what they hear when you say that is, "I don't care about you. I don't care that you don't feel good. I don't care that you have pain." And that's really hurtful for someone to hear from their family member. And while I would not promote allowing your parent to just go on and on and on about their health and pain and health issues, is, to allow them to vent for 5 minutes about their pain and their health and what's going on, and empathize with them. I mean, it really must be hard to have pain, to be in your 80s and 90s and not be able to walk, or, whatever pains are ailing them at this time. It must really be hard to be old and frail and sick and in pain. And your parent needs to hear that you empathize with them, because I'm sure that you do. Let them vent for 5 minutes and say, I am so sorry that you are in all this pain. If they haven't already, seeked medical advice, advise them that they can go see the doctor. After 5 minutes, distract them with an activity, take them to do something, go have a meal. But do sit down for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, even if it's every day. Even if it's every day for 5 or 10 minutes, let them vent. Tell them you're sorry that they feel that way. Empathize how hard it must be, and then move on. I know this is a really hard one, but just throwing your hands up and saying, I don't want to hear how sick you are, makes them think that you don't care. And I know that that's not the truth. Another really hurtful thing to say, a hard thing for your parent to hear you say, is you just can't live alone anymore. I am moving you to a nursing home. Ouch! Your parent is not going to like that. They're going to dig their heels in. And what you probably really mean when you say that is, I'm really afraid for you. I'm really afraid for your safety. I think that maybe we can talk about some things to put in place so that you'll be more safe and I'll feel more comfortable having you home alone. Is it okay if we have a talk about that? Your parent is going to be much more, hopefully, maybe, open to a conversation if you pose it like that than just saying, you can't be here, I'm moving you. Because you know what, don't forget, you are their child. And in their eyes, they don't want their child telling them what to do. So having a conversation and bringing up your concerns will not only show that you empathize with what's going on with them, but also help them have a conversation and come up with ideas on their own. Another really common thing that sometimes we really want to scream at our parents is, you should not be driving, you're going to kill somebody. Well, again, when you pose it like that, the heels go digging into the ground and they are going to be really resistant to what you're saying. Stopping driving is really a delicate issue that may take time and takes a lot of sensitivity. So starting with, your concern for them, or talk about how much traffic there is out there and how many accidents you saw on the way home, and kind of get their point of view of their concerns about their own safety. Maybe they will say, yeah, that's really scary out there. I almost got in an accident, or, people drive so fast here. Maybe you can help them come up with some solutions for taking dial-a-ride or getting a volunteer to help drive them. Oftentimes your parents dig their heels in because they don't know of any other solution. But in today's day and age, there are so many other options when you need transportation. There is a program that's kind of like Uber for seniors. I believe it's called Go Senior. So that's an option, dial-a-ride, getting volunteers. So, empathize with them that it is a huge thing to give up their freedom and independence, but there are solutions. And if they know that you're willing to help them try to find some solutions, they might be much more open to talking to you about it, and they're not going to dig their heels in as deep. Something else that I hear a lot is family members saying to an older adult, I can't believe you don't remember that. To say things like, I can't believe you don't remember your grandchild. They're going to go, what? And feel bad and feel guilty that are they supposed to remember that person? It's best to just don't put them down for not remembering things. It is not their fault. And I know it's hard in the moment to come up with the right words. Sometimes the right word is no word at all. Instead of saying, hey, Dad, do you remember who this is? And putting them on the spot, it's much easier on them if you say, hey, Dad, look, it's your granddaughter Mary came to visit you. Help them out. Don't put them on the spot when they don't remember things, because doing that is going to make them feel bad and feel guilty and feel less than, and that's not what you want at all. And this last one, it's the harshest. but I have heard people say it. I know we think about it. Letting these words out of your mouth really is going to affect the relationship with you and your family member. And that's to say the words, I wish you'd just hurry up and die already. Ow, ouch, ouch, ouch. Please. I know those thoughts sometimes are in your mind because caregiving is so stressful. But saying those words is so hurtful, and it's really going to affect your relationship with that senior and make them feel so bad. And it's also going to make you feel bad for letting those words out. It's okay to be frustrated. Know that if these words are coming out of your mouth, maybe it's time to make a change. And it is okay. It's okay if you can't be this superpowered caregiver all the time, 24 hours on. That's just not realistic in many, many cases, and it might be in your case too. Oftentimes, getting help is the best thing that you can do, because if these hurtful words you find are coming out of your mouth more often than you like, more often than you think your family member likes, then it's time to make a change. And there are options. There's a lot of options. So take a look at some of my other videos that will talk about how to talk to your parent about moving to an assisted living, where to get money for assisted living or personal care, how to get help in the home, how to make choices, how to know when maybe you should not be a caregiver anymore. I hope you found this video helpful, and if so, go ahead and hit the like button. If you don't want to miss any new videos on everything senior related, then go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I do release videos every Tuesday and you're not going to want to miss out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.